Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV of Frederick. My name is Callie Say and I'm here at Transwest in horse trailer sales. So behind me I have this really beautiful 2022 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. And I know you guys are really excited about this one, but it's already sold. It's going to its new owner today. But the good news is we've got more of these on order. So if you really like this trailer, we've got them already on the schedule. You can make tweaks and modifications as long as it's within a certain time period so that you can have a trailer just like this. The gal that took the this trailer off the market, she actually made a few tweaks to it herself. So that's the great thing about having our schedule pretty far out with our timeline, is that if it's within a certain, I mean, we can't go crazy, we can't turn this into a living quarter, but there's a lot of modifications you can make to these trailers that we have that are not built yet to make it exactly how you want. So let's go ahead and start up here at the nose. First thing you'll notice is we've upgraded to this wraparound style nose. It just gives it a really sleek, clean appearance over that VP style. The VP style is fine. It's the one with the aluminum sheet right here, but this is it just really dresses up the side of the trailer. You've got nice clean lines. I think anybody that looks at this trailer is going to say, wow, that is a really beautiful trailer. So right under here, we've got it hooked up to a truck here. One of the things I want you guys to notice is how much clearance we have between this truck and the trailer. We aim for about 6 to 8 inches of bed clearance so that if you go in and out some extreme dips, you're not going to have any issues with cleaning out your truck bed here or doing any damage to this rail. So one of the things we do with all of our inventory trailers is we actually increase the gooseneck drop wall to 53 inches. So that's the height from there to there. And standard for Cimarron is actually 50 inches, but we found that these new trucks are just getting so dang tall. So by giving ourselves a little more room for forgiveness, it just makes it so that these trailers are easy to be hooked up to new and old vehicles. So it just gives you a lot more flexibility and you're less likely to have to replace your trailer because it doesn't match up with your truck in the long run. Right under here, we've got our 16-inch tires with aluminum wheels. Aluminum wheels actually come standard on every Cimarron. So we can do the standard silver, you can do a black aluminum wheel, you can upgrade to those Alcoas. These aluminum wheels, they stay really nice for a long time. You don't have to worry about all that rust making them look a little bit dingy and faded with age. Just going to keep your trailer looking nice for a lot longer. This little green cap right here signifies that these are nitrogen filled tires. So these tires are actually protected by their own warranty. So through Lion's Head, they have a 1-year no questions asked against any roadside hazards. So if you run over a nail, you have a blowout, you're running off the road, they'll send you a replacement tire, or if you've had to get a replacement tire, they'll refund you for it, and they'll also get you a check to help put it back on. So there's a really good warranty just with this tire. We hope to prevent a lot of that by doing this nitrogen filled tires. So a lot of the issues here in Colorado is we can start with really cold mornings and follow with really hot days. So when those tires heat up, regular air will actually expand a lot more. Nitrogen keeps a lot more steady level PSI. So by doing the nitrogen filled, we're just kind of helping prevent one of those issues that we have with tires. The warranty on these tires also includes a 2-year roadside assistance and a 5-year against any manufacturer defects. So there's a really good warranty just on the tires themselves. The actual trailer is covered by a really great warranty as well. It's 8-year structural and 3-year hardware. So basically for 3 years you don't really have to worry much about this trailer, and then that they stand behind that for 8 years. That is one of the best warranties in this business. So we know that Cimarron really stands behind their tires. We are proud to sell a Cimarron trailer. I actually pull one myself as well as most of my coworkers. So we know that these are really, really good trailers to have. This is a little bit of a fancier trailer, so we decided why ruin it with a crank jack. So you actually have an electric over hydraulic jack right here. It's as easy as going up and down at the push of a button. So you've got this little key here. If you want, you can take this key out and then nobody can go up and down with your jack. just kind of a nice little safety feature. When it's turned this way, it's not actually drawing power. If you've got it like this right here, it also doesn't go up and down. It's just a nice way to help prevent any drain on your battery. Under here, we've got the battery with the battery disconnect. We do this battery disconnect on all of our inventory trailers, and as of this year, Cimarron actually made it standard to have this battery disconnect if you've got a electric over hydraulic jack. The nice thing about that is that this trailer has a lot of bells and whistles. It's also got a lot of lights. So there's a good chance that in one of these many pockets you've maybe turned on a light and forgotten. We've got mangers, we've got a closet tack, we've got a front dressing room, and we've got the stall areas with the exterior lights. So you've got a lot of lights that you have to keep track of on this trailer. If you don't want to have to worry about it, it's as simple as when you're done using it, just go ahead and turn this battery disconnect to off, and then you're not going to be getting any power draw from any of those lights that you might have set on. So this is a really great feature to have. We've been doing it for a while on all of our inventory trailers, but now it is standard if you have that electric over hydraulic jack on these Cimarron trailers. If you ever have to, you do have the ability to hand crank your jack up and down. If you ever did forget to turn it off and there's a power draw on your trailer and your battery is dead, this little bar here, you just insert it in here, turn this little red knob in or out depending on which direction you want to go, and you can just pump it up and down. It's not the funnest thing to do, it's not the quickest, but it is a nice backup in the event that your battery is dead. You're not going to be stranded. You can get this trailer on or off your truck. So we really like that little feature there. All right, so we're going to actually go a little bit different direction today. So this trailer is actually not standard height, standard width. We've increased the height to 7'4" tall, and we've done it 7'6" wide. You're only 19 feet 3 inches on the floor, so that's your box length on this trailer. So this thing is going to be really easy to get in and out of places. You're not an overly long, 30-foot long trailer. I would feel very comfortable driving this trailer in and out of tight spaces. I think that this setup is just really, really cool for a lot of people that don't want to haul a big living quarters or a big trainer's trailer all the way down the road. You've got a 5-foot short wall on this tack, which as we step into this dressing room, you'll see it allows us a nice space for our closet tack on the other side without getting overly long. I really like this setup because I think it's really usable. We also do our closet tacks on the opposite door, but I like that this one allows us to have this nice, easy, big space right when you walk in. It just feels really open. You get the nice separate dressing room so that if you want to go ahead and throw a mattress up there, take a nap during a show, we've got it braced for an AC unit, so if you want to dress this up even more and have an AC on this trailer, it's something that can be added down the line. We've got a clothes rod up in the nose so you can hang all your show shirts or jackets, anything that you don't want in the floor or on the truck or in your truck. It's just a really nice place for storage. And then I really love this big shelf they've got here. There's a lot of stuff everybody's got a lot of stuff that they're bringing to horse shows or to the trails, so it's just nice to have all that additional storage. And then the nice thing about these shelves is underneath you get this nice big clothes rod as well. There's a lot of really great hanging space. I know a lot of people, if they've got those longer show clothes or jackets or anything like that, they don't really like to hang them up in the nose because they can get crinkled. They want long storage here. So it's just really nice to have that option as well. We've carpeted the floor in here as well as the nose and the walls over on this side. Anywhere really your horses are, we always try and carpet behind. It's got this huge 18-inch boot box. So each of these doors operates individually. This would be a pretty big trailer to have to just open and close one of these doors on this. So it's just really nice to have two independent. This 18-inch boot box, great storage, but also if you just need a place to sit down, put on your boots, take a break. This is a nice, really comfortable spot to sit as well. So really great usable 5-foot short wall on this trailer. Right over here on this other side, they said we do have the closet tack, so we'll get to that when we walk around to the other side. Right here on this wall, we did carpet behind, and you have six bridle hooks here. So if you're not necessarily hanging bridle hooks, you've got plenty of those in your closet tack, but this is just a great place to throw all those items you have that you don't want to store in your actual tack room, maybe jackets or anything like that. Bags, this is a great place to hang them. You don't even have to go all the way into the tack room. Maybe you've got muddy boots on. You can just go and step onto that step and grab them right away. Another thing we love is we love these fold down steps that we do on these trailers. You don't have very much running board on a 7.6 wide trailer. So by having this fold down step on this little gas shock, it's just really, really convenient to get in and out of the trailer. I know that everybody's always trying to walk in with way too much stuff. You're trying to load and unload these trailers really quickly. This just really expedites the process and makes it really easy to get in and out. So on this side right here, we're getting to the horse area. We actually, on these 3 horses, you're able to do an escape door on that first stall. We still have room for a drop-down window. It's a little bit smaller than these huge drop-downs we have on these other stalls, but these Cimarrons are known for these really big drop-downs. This is way bigger than you'll see on a lot of the competitors. This escape door is really nice because if you've got a bunch of extra stuff, maybe you're only hauling 2 horses, we've actually done a stud divider on this first stall, so you can throw all your extra stuff, extra hay, coolers, anything like that in this first stall, and you're going to have a ton of room for additional storage. If you've got a grumpy mare, gelding, stallion that you want to put in here, we've got that stud divider so that they can't do any damage to the horses next to you. We've got this nice chest bar, so if you do have a horse here, they're not going to be able to just run out on top of you if you open this door up. Really easy to operate. And I say that and then I get it hooked a little bit. There we go. Comes off nice and easy, hangs without being in the way. So this is nice, heavy duty aluminum chest bar here. So as we work our way down, lots of storage on this trailer. By going 7.6 wide, we're able to dress this trailer up with a little more storage, and that is in the form of these mangers here. These mangers actually go all the way through. They're 18 inches deep, and you've got lights on either door so that at night you can kind of see what you're doing. This is a lot of really great storage. I've had people go in and add bridle hooks, additional storage. This is a great place to throw those blankets. You never know when you're going to need enough storage on these trailers, so we just set it up so that it'll be really comfortable for whoever uses it. The nice thing about these mangers is it gives us nice feed bunks for your horses so that if you don't want to have to hang stuff hay bags or hang those triangle feed bags, you're able to open these jail bars up and throw feed for your horses, check on them without having to go in and out of the trailer. So it just makes it really, really convenient for whoever's using it. These drop-down windows are nice and heavy duty. They're not just going to pop up and fly up as you're driving. So I actually run with mine down. I feel very comfortable running with these down because you've got over 6 inches of framing on these drop-downs that you can't see behind there, which makes them really heavy duty and able to last a very long time. If you need to drop those jail bars down and throw some extra feed for your horses, they're one solid piece. As well as on here, they're one solid piece, so you don't have to worry about moving parts breaking. These Cimarrons are designed so that they're as user-friendly for the owners as possible, but also for the longevity. So a lot of people see the price tag of a Cimarron and they think that maybe that they're a little too much, but you have to look at the overall cost of ownership on these trailers. If they design them so that you're not going to have to be replacing pieces constantly, they have really good resale. In the long run, these Cimarrons actually end up usually coming out ahead on the price scale. So anywhere that these Cimarrons have any metal-to-metal contact, they actually do this high-grade plastic as a buffer. And that buffer allows us to keep these trailers really quiet for these horses. They're not going to have to listen to metal on metal. The other benefit of having these plastic buffers is that it actually allows you to have better wear and tear on your trailer. So metal on metal actually really wears on each other quickly and it will deteriorate over time. By having this buffer, you're actually protecting the longevity of your trailer. So that's another place that Cimarron has kind of thought about to make these trailers last a really long time and help your pocketbooks. When we do these mangers, it allows us this really cool space. We call these our broom closet. And this broom closet just kind of follows the curve of those mangers. We kick it out so that it's a little wider on this side. And what that allows us to do is if we want to put a big half moon water tank here, we can. If you want to put those big buckets there, you can. This is just a really great space for storage. I know a lot of people hang like their halters back here. You've got this nice carpeting underneath so that if you hang anything with bits or metal, they're not having to cling back and forth and your horses aren't having to listen to them. It also protects the aluminum behind. So if we were to just hang hooks here, it would scratch up the aluminum, and over time, we just want these trailers to look as nice as possible. So that kind of protects everything and protects your investment in this trailer. Got a nice little rubber mat on here. So if you're putting your pitchforks or anything like that, anything dirty, it's going to be really easy for you to clean it out, either with a vacuum or you can take that mat all the way out and power wash it down. You've got these nice lights inside, so everywhere that we've got a door, access door of any sort, you've got a light on the interior so you can see what you're doing. We don't skimp out on our lights on these Cimarron trailers. Everything's LED, so it's going to have a really low power draw. It's going to be a lot brighter. It's going to last a lot longer. These butterfly latches on these doors here just protect it. You can actually lock these butterfly latches so nobody can get into your trailer. Especially anywhere that we have horses have access to the exterior, you're going to have one of these butterfly latches. It's just a lot more secure than just a regular deadbolt, and it's something that we feel like it's a nice guarantee that your horses aren't going to be out of your trailer when you get there. So in this stall area, you'll actually see one of the upgrades that this owner decided to make. This is our worm flooring. And worm flooring sounds a little weird, but it stands for We Eliminate Rubber Mats. And this is what we usually recommend on our Cimarron trailers. Cimarron trailers have one of the strongest aluminum floors in the market. It's an interlocking deck with 4-inch centers, and they actually do a V-truss every other on their centers so that you get an incredibly strong floor for your horses to stand on. When you think about the size of your horse's hoof, there's a good chance it's not wider than that 4 inches. So by having 4-inch centers, that we ensure that your horse is always standing on a center support. And why is that important? It's because those horses are heavy animals. Mine probably weighs about 1,200 pounds. He's a little overweight right now, but that's a lot of weight for an aluminum floor to take. So by having a structural center support under them, your horses are not bowing and creasing that floor. On a lot of trailers with wider apart centers, over time, you'll see kind of dips and bows where your horses stand a lot. If you're not protecting your aluminum floor and you're letting urine just sit on it, over time, you're going to get a lot of pitting and corrosion, which can be really dangerous because it compromises your floor. And the last thing we want to see is a horse put its hoof through the aluminum floor. So by having those 4-inch centers, we're protecting your horse. We're making sure that they have strong center posts to sit on or stand on. And then by doing this worm floor over the top, we're protecting our investment. So this worm floor, one of the reasons we like it is it is non-draining. So it's actually completely sealed so that if your horse urinates in your trailer, none of that urine is actually going to get down to the aluminum floor and cause any pitting and corrosion. I know I'm pretty bad about pulling my mats. We recommend that if you have rubber mats with your aluminum floor, you do it at least twice a season, more if you're showing a lot. But what that does is it protects your aluminum floor from any issues. This is for people that just don't want to have to worry about it. They don't want to have to be concerned about pulling mats all the time. So this seals your floor so you don't have any issues. It's really easy, just power wash it out when you get home, scoop out your solids. You can throw shavings down if you want. But this worm floor, I think, is a really great investment, especially from the get-go. So she's never going to have to worry about any of that urine causing any damage to her floor. It's also a lot more cushion than a mat. When you stand on it, those mats are really compressed highly. This has a little bit of give to it, so it's a lot more comfortable for your horses to ride on. It's also got a lot more grip on it so that it's less slippery when it's wet, which just makes it a lot safer for your horses. So in this actual stall area, as I mentioned, we've got this nice big stud divider on this first stall. Notice how easy that was for me to shut. Cimarron really tries their best to make sure everything is one-handed operation. So when you're leading a horse in, the last thing you want to have to do is worry about dropping pins in or having to like finagle with a latch. So by having it really easy, one-handed operation, it's just really nice for you to be able to close this. You're able to pay a lot more attention to your horses. It's a lot safer for everyone involved. Once again, no metal on metal contact. This is a high-grade plastic so that you don't have to worry about it wearing a lot faster and your horses having to listen to that constant rattle. This is pretty quiet. Like I can't hear anything, and it's nice and snug and secure. Just a lot safer and more comfortable for your horses. On this hip side here, we do have bus windows. They're nice and wide. You can open them, get a lot of airflow. One of the things we take seriously on these trailers is we want to make sure they're nice and cool for your horses. A horse that gets hot and sweaty in a trailer, it's not the best situation for anyone. We want to make sure that they're going to stay nice and cool and not have any issues, so when you get to wherever you're going, you don't have to worry about a sick horse. So we not only have roof vents over each stall, you've got these bus windows, you've got these huge drop-down windows, you've got the window in the rear door, but you've also got this insulated roof. So this roof on these Cimarrons is one of my favorite things about them, and that's because they're composed of a honeycomb core, so they're incredibly strong. They actually have sound deadening properties, but it also gives you an R3 thermal value. So on a really, really hot day, if I was a little taller, I could put my hand on this roof and I wouldn't feel a lot of that heat transfer into the stall area. And the nice thing about that is that keeps it a lot more temperate in here, a lot cooler or warmer in the winter, so that your horses are going to be a lot more comfortable. So having the insulated roof, the big windows, everything all contributes to making this really comfortable for your horses. We've also done a line and insulate in the stall area. So you've got this 050 aluminum sheet, and behind it you have nice insulation. You've got this rubber kick mat up high with the insulation behind. This is an incredibly comfortable trailer for horses. I think that your horses are going to be pretty stoked if you get them a Cimarron trailer. As I mentioned, you've got this big door, single door on this trailer with this broom closet. This is really the best setup. You can also do a ramp over if you wanted to, for horses that prefer to use a ramp to get in and out, or people. I know that can be a big drop for some people. So this is kind of a nice big door. These doors have a lot of additional framing on them. So I know they've done some testing. They've actually jacked up entire Cimarron trailers on their rear doors just to prove how strong they are. And then they are able to shut clean without any warping. So that's pretty cool as well. Everything's got a grease zert hinge, so it is maintainable over time. Just get yourself a grease gun and you can adjust or fix these hinges as necessary. So if you start getting a little squeak in there, or you feel like it's maybe not closing as easily as before, just add some more grease and you can maintain these for a long time to come. You got these nice extruded aluminum side sheets on this trailer. They add a lot of structural strength to your side of your trailer, as well as making them look really good. So if you've got horses tied here, this is going to take a lot more wear and tear than this 050 aluminum sheet up above. So this is generally where you have horses that put their teeth on there, maybe their halters are swinging back and forth. We want to protect the sides of the trailer. We want them to be stronger, and by having them interlocking, and there's actually hollow tubes running through here, which increases the overall strength of each of these side slats, it's just a good situation for everything. Under here, you have nice running gear under this trailer. So you've got two 6K rubber torsion axles, plenty of axle underneath this trailer for what you're going to be loading into it. As you can see, same as we discussed up front, they're the same tires. They're those Westlake 16-inch with aluminum wheels. Right above here, you've got a 16-inch awning light. You've got light on each side of this trailer so that if you're tacking up at night, Your tack room's right here. It's really easy to access. You can see what you're doing. You've also got a light in at the actual tack room. So I don't know if you can see it in here, but it's another one of those LED OptiBrite lights. This little closet tack, I absolutely love the usability of these closet tacks. You have on this wall over here, it's actually a recessed post. So these saddle holders can slide up and down to make sure that you have them at the perfect height for you. If you need to add an additional tier or an additional blanket bar, that's something we sell here at Transwest, and it's really easy to add those on. So it's very adjustable to your needs and your lifestyle, so you can have it exactly how you want. Another nice thing is this big step we've got here. It just allows it to be really easy to walk up, throw a saddle on. I think this is a really great usable setup for a lot of people. You've got bridle hooks on either wall. So you've got a lot of storage in here for additional bridles, you know, a lot of things that everybody brings on these trailers. Rubber mat below makes it so that it's really easy to clean up. And we've got carpeting all around, so everything's going to stay nice and clean for a long time to come. We actually included a roof vent on this one, and that's so that if you've got those stinky blankets after a long ride, you can get some airflow going through here on your way home. It helps everything dry out a lot faster, keeps everything from getting musty. On this door here, you have this blanket bar. It's a 4-tier on a gas shock. Really easy to swing in and out. They're nicely spaced apart so that you can easily throw all of your blankets on here. And then right below that, we do have a nice little brush box. It's for all your grab and go items. Makes it really easy for you to get in and out of your trailer, and very usable. I also like that the door swings this way on this setup so that it's really easy to grab your saddles, tack your horses without the door getting in the way. So this is a really great setup. Like I said, we do have this trailer on order again. So if there's anything that you liked that you want to change, or you know, maybe you really like that worm flooring, those are things we can still add to the one that we have coming in. So I'd love to answer any questions that you guys have. If you want to reference this trailer, here, I'll go over here. It's stock number 5N210219. It's a 2022 Cimarron Norstar 3-horse gooseneck. This one is sold, but I would be more than happy to answer any questions you have about one coming in. If you want this set up in a 4-horse, it's something we can easily do. My phone number is 970-309-6368. My name is Callie, and I would love to build a trailer for you guys. Thanks for tuning in.